The Online Racing Network proudly presents R&R and the NCCS, the Classic Cup Series, coming to you live for what could be the final time from Talladega, Alabama. This, the Aaron's 125. Good evening, everybody, and we welcome you live to Talladega Superspeedway, the 2.66-mile oval. We're getting ready for 47 laps around one of the toughest tracks we will ever face here on R&R. Qualifying just wrapping up, the drivers' meeting just about ready to take off, and we've got a pole sitter, we've got a new everything, we've even got a new announcer here today, as Jimmy Powell is on the racetrack. Good evening, everybody. I'm Jacob Hitz, and I am joined by Nathan Kiani, who typically runs in other leagues, but has been kind enough to join us here in the booth tonight. So, Nate, we've looked at the track, we've watched the drivers have a lot of arguments about setups for tonight. What do you think we'll see?
I think we'll see either A, a disappointing low-line race, or B, a three-wide death racing, pack racing, wreckfest. I'm leaning towards the B option.
Well, that's typically how things go here at Talladega. We know things can get ugly in a hurry, that is for sure. We just don't know how quickly things can get ugly here. These drivers have really been working pretty hard on trying to get things done. Let's run through the qualifying order. Let's run through the grid that you will see on track here in just a couple of moments for today's race. On the pole, number 4, Christian Torres, and to his outside will be the number 77, Seth Cole. Third place, number 68, that's David Alvarez. Fourth, the 84, Carter Friesen. Fifth, the 41, that is Jordan Probst. And sixth will be the 96 of Tyler Mallon. Seventh, the 42, Edwin Justice. And eighth, our very own 81, Jimmy Powell III. Ninth, the number 13, Andrew Lemke. 10th, the number 20, that is Adam Harrington. Starting 11th, number 10, Johnny Gardner. 12th, number 36, Cameron Reichenbach. Number 13th, starting on the grid, number 24, Sean Fay. And rounding out the field, 14th, is number 88, Rob Evans. And 15th will be the 00 of Travis Rallone. Just about 3 minutes until the drivers' meeting is over. And we get the green flag, and we get close to starting things up here at Talladega. It's certainly going to be a fun one to watch. These cars are slick, sideways, out of control, really around the whole racetrack watching in practice, which is why they were making so many requests to have these cars tightened up a bit, as they were really, really loose on them around the racetrack.
Yep. How many setups did they go through in practice? Was it 3?
3 or 4, something like that. It's been a long time since I've seen an NCCS race, and I didn't even realize that they did fix that up, but I guess at least for the super speedways they do.
Yeah,
So,
I'm pretty sure.
That certainly makes sense.
Maybe the tire heat isn't up to snuff on the track I9, but that's just my guess.
Possibly, and it looks like I will not have the 4 car, so this will be fun.
Oh, did he upload his...
Looking at everybody on pit road, you'll notice that one pit box is not like the others, and it is the Papyrus number 4 pit box that has me concerned with the basic number 4 on the pit sign. I believe his is the car that we do not have.
Hopefully...
And he joined in at the last second, so not much we can do about that. So
that's tough.
Our apologies to the viewers that will be missing that car, but nonetheless, we can see all the others, that is for sure, here at Talladega. You will hear Sean Fay, the one of the officials for the series, come in, pop in every now and again in the stream. He will be out on track, and every time we get a yellow, something like that, he may come over. We may hear him say something to us, give us a little bit more information. Typically, he gives it to Jimmy, who then gives it over the air. But tonight, he's feeding it to both of us through TeamSpeak.
Boy, oh boy, we're having issues in the chat. Apparently, Andrew Lemke's mic is just making some noise, and people just like want to tell him to turn it off or just kick him. And now his computer's frozen, and it's not a good situation. Perhaps I could be a one-man show. Okay. Yeah. I can still go on track, right, and retire. Okay. In. Okay then. All right, we're just running out happy hour here, and I'll take over for now because Jacob's gonna do some stuff, but he should be back in time for maybe a lap or two after the green flag, hopefully. All right, is everybody grids up?
Drivers, to your cars.
And no, we do not have Christian Torres' car, which is pretty unfortunate. Anyways. Christian Torres on pole. Seth Cole in second. That's your front row for tonight.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Settle in, relax, take a deep breath. It's a long, hard race. Gotta pace yourself.
And as the pace car rolls off pit road, we'll go through the starting order once again. On pole, Christian Torres in the number 4. In second, Seth Cole in the number 77. In third, the 68 of David Alvarez. And fourth, the 84 of Carter Friesen. In fifth, the 41 of Jordan Probst. In sixth, the 96 of Tyler Mallon. In seventh, the 42 of Edwin Justice. In eighth, the 81 of Jimmy Powell III. In ninth, the 13 of Andrew Lemke. In 10th, the 20 of Adam Harrington. In 11th, the 10 of Johnny Gardner. In 12th, the 88 of Rob Evans. And rounding out the field in 13th and 14th is Sean Fay and Travis Rallone. And as the pace car makes the hard left turn towards pit road, remember the start finish line is all the way down towards turn 1. So this will be a very exciting race as they head towards the restart zone. It's time to bring the action at Talladega. Let's go. Green flag. And immediately the outside line gets a good jump as Seth Cole dives to the lead. Oh, Tyler's making it 3 wide for third. This is not good. People are already making crazy moves on lap 1. As Seth Cole leads comfortably with Christian Torres in second, while they're all scrambling for position at the back of the pack. People are trying to make an outside line work up there, but I don't think they'll be able to do it right now. They don't have enough cars. Relatively single file as they come to complete lap 1. Oh, Seth Cole in the 77 gets shoved up high, and here comes Christian Torres for the lead. We apologize for not having Christian Torres' car as he uploaded it just before the race started. Oh, Tyler making some crazy moves in that 96 car. He wants to get to the front. Man, David is just shoving to the bottom, trying to get past the 4 car. So we're starting to see an outside line form up here as Tyler and Carter step out. Christian has to move up a line as part of the low lining rule, so David takes over the top spot. That may not be part of a low lining rule. I'm not sure, but they're 3 wide already. Here comes Alvarez to the lead, but Malin's trying to make it work on the outside. Rob Evans wants to get to the front. He has help from Tyler Malin as Carter gets shoved out of line. Travis Malone from the back all the way to 3rd. Good run for him in the Aquafresh 00. Car is tagging the apron back there. Bit of a checkup in the back with the 96. People trying to get in line, trying to bump correctly, or else that'll get turned. Oh, Sean almost forces Travis into the wall. They're 3 wide for 3rd. Rob almost gets turned by the 36 of Cameron Reichenbach, it looks like, as they're 3 by 3. Here comes the outside line. It's starting to form. Oh, almost a wreck right there as Sean just got knocked out of shape. Reichenbach tags the apron again. Here comes Powell up to 3rd. Where did he come from? Here comes the 88 of Rob Evans to the outside. Being pushed by Sean Fay in that 24 as Sean gets shuffled out of line. That's not good. It's going to be 3 wide for the lead in a moment. David doing everything, trying to block. Oh, one of the FedEx cars tagged the wall back there. I can't really tell you because both of the cars look the same. But here comes Rob Evans shoving to the bottom in turns 3 and 4. People diving all over the place, trying to make moves in this crazy Talladega race so far. But it's been clean. David blinks a bit. Here comes Rob Evans to the lead on the bottom. He's got help from the 36 of Reichenbach. Some crazy frantic racing going on here. We've got problems for Johnny Gunner as Gardner, as he is manually disconnected from the server. Wonder what happened to him. As they come to the tri-oval to complete lap 7 out of 47. So far, so clean, even though there's been lots of frantic moves out there. Alvarez trying to find a way to get by the 88 of Rob Evans. Travis Malone being pushed by Sean Fay on the low line. David blinks for a bit. He's back in it though. Oh, Sean, that was a really risky move by the 24. He almost wrecked the 36 of Reichenbach trying to switch lanes. David is blinking. Oh, around goes Travis. Can he save it? Oh, no. They're wrecking in front of them. Oh, David goes around. Caution is out. Travis appeared to save it. And Torres gets caught up in it. What a save by Travis Malone as the caution is out and the field is frozen. That was a really nice save by the 00 Aquafresh machine of Travis Malone. Unfortunately, since Jacob is AFK, we can't get a replay, but hopefully you saw that on the camera he chose. What a save by Travis Malone. Looking for the replay here. It looks like Tyler gets into the back of the 00. Tyler moves out to check up and avoid the spinning 00 of Travis, but just runs into David on the outside, and that sends Alvarez spinning. And David gets tagged in the back by the 36 of Reichenbach, and then Torres just comes along, nowhere to go, and hits Alvarez. So we're under caution on lap 10 of 47 right now. Torres just tried to go to the bottom, checked up, and just tapped Alvarez. Jacob, are you back?
Okay, take me through what happened here. Recap me.
Travis just made an incredible save off the bumper of Malin, but Malin came up and killed Alvarez. But
we got a claim for David, the 68. He's going to be claiming that. David Alvarez.
David Alvarez is claiming this wreck.
But personally, I didn't think that was his fault, but he claimed it, so it's on him.
All right, so we're 10 laps in. I apologize for that. I was worried it was going to happen. It was just unfortunate timing when it happened. So here's the replay. This is back on lap number 9, as it looks like there's a little bit of bumper grab between the 88 of Rob Evans and then the 00 of Travis, 96 of Tyler, and then he comes up and just turns David. Gets turned, hit by Reichenbach, comes down in front of Harrington, who misses it, and the 4 of Christian Torres could not.
Talk about a hell of a save by the 00, though. That was just great.
Yeah, he looped it around and was able to keep going. So here we are, now 10 laps complete here at Talladega. And
Reichenbach stayed out. I think Alvarez did too.
Is this the only caution so far?
Yeah, it's been the only caution.
Good to know. All right.
While you were gone, you missed my extremely awkward commentating because I am usually a color commentator and not a lead commentator.
Well,
but it's all good.
I'm sorry. We'll make up for it with the last 36 laps.
Yep.
Here at Talladega, barring no interruptions. But we'll see what happens. I think we'll be good from here to the checkered flag.
And remember, this could possibly be the last NASCAR Classic Cup Series race ever. So
yeah,
we might be witnessing history here.
A lot of things that I heard before the race is that this would be the last NASCAR Classic Cup Series race for R&R, at least for the time being. Maybe forever, who really knows? which is why Jimmy really wanted to be in the field for the last race, potentially the last race.
At his best track, too.
Yeah, his best track, one of his favorites. He won at Talladega in ORL Season 1 and had a shot at ORL Season 2 when we went there for the first race of the season.
Until me happened.
Yeah, well, you know.
Yeah. We don't talk about that.
Lights are still on the pace car as they come off turn number 4. Reichenbach, Alvarez, and it looks like Torres looking to the apron. They will come onto pit road, as will. That is the 41 of Probst, the 20
Both
of
FedEx
Harrington.
What is
Edwin
David
Justice
doing?
comes onto pit road, as does Seth Cole and Carter Friesen in the 84. So just about half the field comes down onto pit road, and the guy that caused the caution, Tyler Mallon, is now your leader.
I thought David claimed that one, apparently.
Well, David did claim that one, but Mallon certainly did come up the racetrack. We'll see what happens when timing and scoring comes back around. Mallon is on the lead lap, looking for drivers that are one lap down or more. We'd have to look way back in the field as the ticker continues to scroll across the top of the screen.
David just went 90 miles an hour onto pit road. I don't know what he's thinking.
Johnny,
Yeah, he disconnected. Wonder what happened to him.
oh, okay. I wasn't 100% sure. I saw somebody was 3 laps down in the back. So Johnny Gartner is out of the race. And looking at the bottom of the screen, you can just see the last message from TeamSpeak. It looks like he disconnected from that as well. So I believe that Gardner is done for the evening.
Looks like David was speeding intentionally on pit
and
road. I don't know what he's thinking.
We're going to do yet another lap under caution. It looks like we're going to be back to the status quo of 4 laps under pacing here at
Yes, sir.
Talladega. I guess they couldn't fix that, but, you know, you can only do so much. So the field comes down the backstretch under the pace car. Here is the lineup for now. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. Leading, the 96 Tyler Mallon, and behind him our very own Jimmy Powell III. Then it is Andrew Lemke in that 13 black Chevrolet. Then Rob Evans in the 88 Chevrolet, Cameron Reichenbach in the 36 Toyota. And then it is a cluster of cars behind them. I believe it's Adam Harrington there in the 20, then Probst in the 41. The 4, that's Christian Torres. Followed by that, Seth Cole, Carter Friesen, Edwin Justice, then Travis, Rallone, Sean Fay, and David Alvarez, who is still speeding up. Looks like Reichenbach, Justice, and Fay, and here comes everybody back down pit road.
People trying
Torres,
to make sure they're going on fuel.
Cole, Friesen, who cut down right in front of Justice. That could have been big. Alvarez comes on, as does Fay, and they'll all make stops, as I believe, well, trouble for Rob Evans, as he might be going EOL here, as he drops all the way to the back. And pace car will come across the line here. And the lights go out on the pace car. So we have one more lap until we go green. Powell pulls to the inside of Mallon, his teammate in ORL and other events. And we will go double file here for this at Talladega.
Yes, sir.
We will have 13 laps complete here on the restart. And we'll see who gets the better jump. We know Powell is pretty darn good at these restrictor plate races, and I'm not surprised that he's up at the front here at the track. Now, do you know if they're good on fuel to the end from here? Do you know what their fuel mileage is?
I saw a lot of people short pitting. Well, not short pitting, but like coming in again to top
Topping
off on
off,
fuel,
yeah.
presumably. Yeah. So I'd assume they are good. I might have to whisper to Sean.
We'll have to see here. The field doubling up, waiting for the rest of these cars that just came onto pit road
A lot of cars catching up.
to
Let's hope they
catch
don't plow into
back
anyone.
up, as Rob Evans, I believe, is going to EOL, and he turned down right in front of Christian Torres. That
Oh,
could
his
have gone
wheel
big.
disconnected. His
Oh,
wheel disconnected.
no!
Oh, he pulled a me.
I was wondering what happened to him. He was having trouble on the front stretch, got it back going, and now Rob Evans is down on the bottom of the
He can't use
racetrack.
brakes. He has no power.
Well, the car scrubs to a stop against the inside retaining wall, and so far we stay 1 to green. Oh, man.
Oh,
Heartbreak for that 88.
He retired from the race. Yeah, that's tough.
So
He was running
Rob
good.
Evans, gone.
The pace car makes the hard left to pit road.
Pace car turns off, and we're finally going to get some green flag racing in here. 13 laps complete on the restart. It's Mallon, Powell, Lemke, Harrington, Probst, your top 5. Then it is Torres, Cole, Friesen, Reichenbach, and Justice. That's your top 10. Field comes into the restart zone, and we're green flag here at Talladega.
Mallon gets a good jump on that restart.
Good run on the outside, but Lemke is all over the rear bumper of Powell going into turn 1.
Almost contact.
Side by side, Powell trying to use a little bit of side draft, which totally exists in this game. Mallon pulls down in line, and Powell clears for the lead off turn 2.
He almost hooked the 81. That was really close.
Yeah, that really could have been big. Outside line, it's the one of the FedEx cars, I believe it's the 20, who's blinking a ton. And now here's Torres to the outside, trying to make a third line. Cole trying to help him up there, as is Friesen. And here comes Probst. Probst up in front of Harrington, his teammate, trying to get by Reichenbach. 3-car breakaway at the front, and that's when things get sideways behind him.
Man, those FedEx cars really look strong if they can just get hooked up to each other and propel their way to the front.
Maybe find a couple more friends out there that'll be willing to push them towards the front. Right now, them by themselves versus everybody else in the field, forget about it. Won't be a factor as Rolone makes a ton of spots as he pulls to the outside. Faye tries to pull up with him, coming up off the corner. They'll try to help each other. Oh, Faye gets turned around!
Hard in the wall.
Sean gets turned, slams the inside wall, back into the outside wall. There is no caution yet.
We stay green.
Watching the ticker.
Sean's still rolling.
So far, we do stay green. The green light is on, and it's a 4-car breakaway at the front as everybody had to check up for Sean.
Man, that's reminiscent of Gordon's crash in that same car at Las Vegas. Hard in the inside wall.
And it just looks like some bad touching there gone wrong. Hard into the inside wall. It doesn't even look like Sean had enough time to get on the brakes. Front end lifted up off the ground after hitting the wall. A lot of damage to that 24 car. Meanwhile, the leaders are on the backstretch. Powell out in front of Mallon, then Lemke, then Reichenbach. That's your top 4. And then Travis Rolone leads the second line from 5th as here's Mallon looking to the inside. Jimmy tried to block him, pinch him below the line. It didn't work. Powell moves up, and Mallon takes the lead.
Tyler Mallon, that car is really strong. We know he wants to get to the front. We know he can get at the front and stay there.
And here's Lemke to the bottom. This allows Alvarez and Probst to pull up. Harrington trying to get the draft as well.
Alt-tabbing issue.
Apparently his game
had that little
sure. That's what Sean's saying.
Scuffle.
Heard that from race control. Meanwhile, Probst slides up bottom to top. Powell tries to help him. He slides up towards the wall. Still a 4-car breakaway as here comes Harrington to the bottom of his teammate with Probst.
Man, this is some crazy racing out here in the last ever race. 2 of the FedEx cars. They're trying to get
now
the
I
line
have
back
engine
there.
damage.
And we've got 30 laps to go this time by. They've got a lot of time on their hands. They're driving way too aggressively for this point in the race. Still a 4-car breakaway. Harrington, Probst, Powell, and Rolone trying to utilize that outside line, making a 4x4 scramble here to the finish as they are out of control in this outside line. And Alvarez, Reichenbach, Lemke, and Mallon are able to pull away on the bottom. 30 to go here at Talladega.
We're hearing from race control that Sean has engine damage. He could be a factor when the main pack catches up to him.
Well, I'm sure he does after that hard shot to the inside wall. Alvarez thought about being the bridge and moving up to the outside line, thought better of it, stays behind Reichenbach as Lemke tries to look out coming off the corner. They all move to the outside to try and block the run from the 20. Alvarez moves up first, as does Lemke. Reichenbach stays to the bottom with Mallon, and it looks like they could get Freight Train here in a second. Lemke getting pushed by Alvarez to the top, to the point of the race as Mallon trying to cling on the bottom.
Man, that just shows how strong Mallon's car is. He can stay there even though there's 2 cars on the bottom.
Mallon slides up trying to pinch him towards the wall. Alvarez staying tucked underneath that 13 as Harrington almost boots him out of the way. Lemke will lead that lap.
And all Andrew needs to do now is just hope for the best.
He won this race in Saturday Night Shootout a couple weeks back when ORN made its debut, calling these types of races. In a thrilling finish, he pulled it off pulled off the upset. Not a lot of people thought he would go to victory lane that day. Instead, he put on a clinic, passing Torres, who won the Daytona race just hours beforehand. And now he leads with Alvarez looking to the inside in turn 3.
Man, Alvarez, he's trying to get to the front as well.
Malin looking to try and go up the middle. He doesn't have any help for now, and Rolone sticks his nose underneath. 3 wide for third. Look out. Here comes the rest of the field. We talked about him earlier. Here comes Torres. Edwin Justice into the picture, as is Seth Cole and Carter Friesen rounding out the field. This is the tightest this pack has been this whole run, and here comes Alvarez to the bottom.
That's that 3 wide death racing I was talking about.
Whoa, Malin sticks it in on Lemke. Lemke has to move all the way up to the top in front of Harrington. 3 wide in the middle as Torres cuts to the bottom. Whoa!
Oh, one of the FedEx
Harrington almost got turned. Probst goes to the outside. Malin's going to follow. Check that. That's Jimmy Powell. Here comes Travis to the outside with Reichenbach on his inside.
Crazy, frantic, intense racing here at Talladega.
David Alvarez, the man out in front, as they come off turn 4. Getting ready to complete 20 laps. Malin trying to cut his way towards the front. Everybody diving to the bottom for the most part. Malin does not want to sit in line. He wants to go. Probst is going to come up and help him. Torres has to pick a line. He goes to the middle.
Oh, but
he gets stuck in the middle because Malin had a run. He's got to go all the way to the top by the wall.
That's just unfortunate. Here at Talladega, your friends are where you find them, and that's just a key example of what happened right there.
And here's Probst looking. He somehow got his way in 4th as here comes the lap traffic. The engine-damaged car of Sean. Everybody waving and bobbing going into turn 3. Reichenbach to the inside for the lead.
Here comes Malin up the middle. He's going to spin it 4 wide.
4 wide with Fay on the outside. Malin trying to come up the middle with Powell. Probst shoves his way in the hole in the middle line.
Here comes the 2 FedEx cars. I'm pretty sure Harrington wants to go with Reichenbach. That's gonna.
Malin will lead that lap. Not only that, he's gonna clear Reichenbach going into turn 1.
Man, what a move by
He stays in the middle as Reichenbach's able to shove his nose back underneath. Still side by side off the corner. A lot of cars sticking to the outside line.
That just shows the determination Tyler Malin has to win by making it 4 wide, squeezing the lap traffic up high.
And him and Probst will clear.
Probst steps out.
And Probst dives to the bottom. He wants to lead.
Malin has no help, but here comes Powell and Lemke on the outside.
Powell trying to give him some help. Lemke as well. Alvarez into the picture. Reichenbach now comes up to try and help Malin. Probst trying to lead at the line. He will as Reichenbach cannot pick a lane.
Reichenbach trying to push Malin. He's trying to force the 3 wide.
Powell thought about going to the outside. Cuts back in line behind Malin.
Crazy, frantic, intense racing here as Tyler Malin is trying to hold on the outside line, get all the help he needs.
Malin almost got split coming off turn 2. Powell almost went to his outside. Here they come down the backstretch. Probst leading the outside line. Now cuts to the bottom. Trouble. Powell around. Travis gets turned. Lemke around. He gets hit hard in the door by Justice. And the caution is out. Another car piles in. It's Seth Cole.
That was a big crash.
5 cars in it. They might, I don't remember if they race back anymore. Either way, Probst will lead that lap. We are now under caution.
Man, trying to go
for
to
the second time today. Let's take a look, see what happened. It all started with a little bit of bumper grab going down the backstretch involving our very own Jimmy Powell.
Oh, man. Looks like Jimmy just gets turned by Lemke and Travis gets clipped at the end.
It's a little bit of beating and banging. Lemke gives Jimmy a shot who bounces off of Malin and then gets hit by Lemke again. That second hit wasn't square on the bumper. And Malin gets, Powell gets turned hard into the wall. He comes back down, turns Rolone around. David Alvarez did an incredible job.
Shades of Ryan Preece.
Getting little to no damage. Friesen gets through it. And then Lemke gets hit hard by Edwin Justice. Just couldn't get on the brakes. And Ed Cole, trying to stay out of the way, makes contact with Rolone. who unfortunately just came down the racetrack right in front of him. Wrong place at the wrong time. Otherwise, that 77 got off scot-free from that wreck.
That's just a product of bad pushing and crazy racing here at Talladega.
Pits are open.
Maybe the drivers will probably come to their senses and start low lining now, but not sure.
Alvarez stays out, as does your new leader, Christian Torres. Also staying out is the 42 Edwin Justice and the 77 of Seth Cole. Justice I'm surprised about, considering he was involved in that last accident.
Travis hit hard on the rear end. That's going to be some big damage for that 00.
Yeah. And you can see how pushed in the rear of that car is. His second accident of the afternoon.
Yeah.
As Torres is now driving through Brett Bodine in the pace car in turn 1. And Alvarez takes second spot away. We're going to ride on board with Alvarez through that big wreck and see just how he did it. Because it truly was an incredible job for him to get through that wreck unscathed.
Man, oh man, that was a great piece of driving by the 68 car.
Sliding the whole way through that wreck, but he made it work.
That's so hard to do on keyboard, is avoid wrecks at plate tracks, and somehow David just got through there with minimal damage, if not none at all.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick ORN race break here. We're under caution, just past the halfway point here at Talladega. Christian Torres is your leader. Welcome back to Talladega Superspeedway. We get ready to come back to green. Lights are off on the pace car, and we will have 20 laps to go here on this restart.
Tyler Mallon up front with Jordan Probst. Those FedEx cars have been strong together, but Mallon has just been the dominant car all day.
Well, Mallon's also been strong because of that 81 of Jimmy Powell. They work together super well, and it's shown so far this afternoon into the evening, almost 8 o'clock here on the East Coast. Pace car gets ready to make the hard left turn onto pit road as it does so now.
What is the 4 car doing? I don't know what he's doing.
Just getting those tires warmed up, I guess. I'm not really sure. Meanwhile, the rest of the field comes around, and we get ready for the restart. 20 laps to go here at Talladega. Green flag back in the air on the restart zone, and a great start for Tyler Mallon. He gets a big shot from Powell going to turn 1.
Jimmy's just pushing the heck out of him right now. Here comes Reichenbach to the bottom.
Reichenbach looks to the inside, nothing there. As now the FedEx cars try to get in line, work together. They've got Lemke there on that outside line as well, trying to make something happen. We'll see how Sean does in line. He's in the bottom in front of Edwin Justice in that 42, and it looks like he's going to get dropped by just about everybody coming down the backstretch.
Alvarez choosing which lane to choose back there. Oh, Powell comes down on the 36. That was almost really bad.
He almost had trouble in the back of the pack with cars trying to get around Sean. The 77 and the 84 made contact and almost went around. Here they come down the front stretch. Through the tri-oval they go. Everybody just trying to gather a run. You've got the top 3 cars on the bottom. Mallon, Powell, and Reichenbach. They head to turn 1.
Reichenbach trying to shove underneath the 81, but the 81 can clear him.
Christian Torres sideways down on the bottom of the racetrack.
Oh, what a save.
As the FedEx cars trying to work in line with Lemke and with Justice. We've got more cars on the inside line, though, and we know how that works as those cars got really close together.
Man, I guess the last wreck didn't teach these drivers. They're going just flat out.
Well, they've got less time in this race now than they did earlier. Here's Alvarez poking his nose to the outside. The problem is that the FedEx cars are the only ones left on the outside. So really, Alvarez is going to drop behind and lose a ton of positions heading into turn 1. As here comes Torres. He pulls to the outside.
Powell trying to step out, looking for the right time.
Carter Friesen has somehow slid his way into the 4th spot on the bottom. As now he looks to the bottom of Reichenbach. Can't make the pass. Down the backstretch. Reichenbach moves to the outside as Friesen sticks his nose in. He takes 3rd. Justice trying to take 4th. And here comes Lemke with a big head of steam right up on Reichenbach. Reichenbach cuts to the bottom.
Oh, Edwin Justice almost.
Justice slides up, puts Reichenbach up the racetrack. Lemke tries to make something.
Jimmy needs to rely on Carter Friesen and Edwin Justice to make a move around.
Oh! Friesen thought about making a move under Powell, and it didn't quite work in turn 1 as Cole drops all the way to the back. He does not like what he sees out of his mirror.
That was not a good idea by the 84 of Carter Friesen. He should have waited. Going into turn 1, that's not a good idea.
Here's Probst. He's got Harrington to the inside. Justice trying to cover the spot. Lemke pushing Reichenbach hard on the outside, just trying to gain some sort of ground. But with only those 2 cars, it's not going to work out great.
Oh, Friesen steps out again.
Probst goes to the outside. Friesen has a run. Whoa, Probst almost gets underneath Justice. Can't make it happen. Goodbye, Powell. Hello, Carter Friesen. He moves to 2nd.
But can Carter jump up in front of the 81 and get a big run?
Oh, the 81's long gone. He's back in 5th as Reichenbach goes up the middle. Rallone going to join him as well. Look out. Lemke almost got turned by David, who almost turned Harrington. They come off turn 2. Everybody settles for the time being. But Probst and Harrington, the FedEx cars, are working together and making some ground on that outside.
Ooh.
Probst slides to the bottom. Reichenbach tries to go up the middle. This can't go good.
This can't end well. This is just too crazy right now.
Off the corner now, Rolone tries to go to the bottom. Probst shoves his way into the third spot, all
Here
over
comes
the
Edwin
bumper
Justice.
of Friesen. Justice looks to the outside. Can't get anything there. Goes to the bottom, and Probst cannot cover the spot. Move Edwin Justice back to third. 15 laps to go.
And now something that's going on through the driver's head is how they can make a move and when.
How can Malin prepare for the move that he knows will happen from behind him? The only big question is he doesn't know which driver will try to make the move. Which driver will be behind him when the time is right, as Powell has slid himself back into the bottom lane. He's fifth right now.
Carter looking to step out. Here comes David to the outside.
Friesen
but
looks
he
to
has
the
no
top,
help.
but Malin hangs his line on the bottom just so he doesn't get fooled.
Now is the
14
opportune
to go.
time for Carter to step out right now. Here comes Edwin Justice to the outside.
David stays up top. Jimmy goes to follow, and Travis thought about going 3 wide. Didn't work. Now he's going to get passed by almost everybody. Here comes Lemke and the FedEx boys up the middle, trying to spoil the party.
Where did Reichenbach come from? He's leading the outside line.
Probst to the bottom. Lemke and Harrington will follow. So we can say goodbye to Reichenbach for now, as they may be pushing hard, but it won't be enough. 6 cars versus 3. The 6 will win, especially if they're on the bottom of the racetrack. Off corner number 4. 13 laps to go at Talladega.
Carter looking to step out on the outside.
They are all stacked up going into turn 1. All over each other's bumpers.
Oh, Carter's whooping a bit. This could affect Malin if he whoops into him.
It might. So far, so good. Down the backstretch.
Carter sneaking on
Big
the back.
shot! Justice
Oh,
with a
Malin.
big run into the back
Here comes-
of Friesen. Here
comes one of the FedEx
is
cars.
Probst to the top with Lemke. Reichenbach pushing as well, and all of a sudden, everybody but Harrington in the top 3 are now on the outside line.
Carter snaking on the backstretch like this is the Indy 500 as people try to form lines up here.
Down through the tri-oval they come, coming back to the line. Here's Friesen. He looks to the top. Malin
Can't
blocks
get it
him.
If I were Friesen, I would jump to the top right now. This is the best and the only
Lemke
shot
has to go
started.
around Reichenbach on the outside through turn 2. It's going to hurt the outside line progress if they keep having to jump in and out of line like that, trying to pass each other. They got to stay together. Now everybody's on the bottom.
Reichenbach steps out.
Really sideways. He goes to the bottom, trying to get underneath. Probst, he
Hard
turns
into the
him
wall.
hard into the wall. He saves it. Is there
No
a caution?
caution, we're
No.
still green.
We stay green.
But you had to think of the damage to that 41 car.
Trying to stay with the pack, trying to gain as much draft as he can to keep the momentum, and now everybody is single file the whole way through the field with 11 laps to go.
Carter's trying to step out, but Malin is just blocking his butt off.
Probst has lost the power to that 41 machine. He's easily 10, 15 car lengths behind the last car in line, and with everybody single file, that's not going to give him much of an opportunity to catch up to the rest of the field. I think the 20 is all by his lumps himself. Still single file. When will we see that first move out of line?
This will be really disappointing if they finish like this.
As they come off turn 4, coming back to the tri-oval. Weaving in and out of line is Justice!
Ooh.
Almost got turned off the bumper of Reichenbach. He saves it. He's going to lose
What
some
a
spots. 10 to go at the line.
That's the danger of bumper grabbing.
And here comes Harrington with a big run on the top, with Powell pushing him as well as Rolone.
Here comes Justice on the low line.
Seth Cole cuts back to the bottom. Now 3 cars are working together on the top. Won't be enough. Down the backstretch. Bobbing and weaving. Alvarez moves to the top. Reichenbach stays to the bottom.
They have more cars on the outside.
But they disband. And now Alvarez cuts back to the bottom. Lemke behind him in 6th. Alvarez goes to the top again. 9 laps to go at Talladega.
Now all the drivers with 9 laps to go, they got to be thinking. They got to be playing 4D chess.
Uh-oh.
Oh, server. Oh, this is not going to be good.
Oh, they're back, but they're
my-
crashing.
Oh, no.
Big
Oh,
crash.
that's bad. Big crash. We know what's happening right now.
Big crash on multiple levels, both server and game.
This is not good. Oh, everyone's quality specking. Oh, they're good. They're good. No, they're not.
Crash. Around goes Alvarez. No caution.
Caution's out. Sean spun out too.
Now the caution is out.
A wacky turn.
What
of events here at Talladega.
just happened?
Oh,
Wow.
server.
The server just died, then came
You
back.
heard a
then died
dejected
again.
Sean Fay come over the radio and say it's the server.
That's just unfortunate for Alvarez.
Not a good way to end NCCS. We'll go back and see how much of that crash we can capture. As Alvarez just went around when they finally came back to life off the corner. It just wasn't enough. You'll see here as he gets into Powell, cuts back into the outside wall, and then Rolone had nowhere to go. So we're under caution on the backstretch. And we're going to have
4 laps to go.
4 to go on the restart. My goodness.
That's just unfortunate, man, for the last race.
Hopefully the server hangs together for the last 4 laps just so we can get a clean finish in. Although I'm sure they're not quite done wrecking yet. If the past 15 laps have been a story of what's to come, the whole field is going to crash and nobody's going to be left but the pace car here.
He's got a damn good shot at it. That's what we know.
Yep. Field comes off turn 4. Pit road is open.
takers.
Rolone and Alvarez are coming, as is Carter Friesen, who fell from 2nd all the way to about 7th, as now Friesen stays out. We'll take another ORN race break and be back for the finish with you here from Talladega.
Now, Jacob, with only 4
Welcome back to Talladega. Lights are off. We will have 4 laps to settle it here at Talladega. This is going to be a wild finish. The front row, Malin and Reichenbach, then Justice and Torres, then our own Powell and Lemke, Seth Cole, and Carter Friesen, and then Adam Harrington and Sean Fay with engine damage. Behind him, Rallone, Alvarez, and Probst. Those are the only cars left. Green flag, 4 laps to settle the race. The final NCCS race.
Good push from the 4, but he has no help.
He doesn't have any immediate help. Here they come through turn 1. Any caution between now and the checkered flag would effectively end this race.
Wouldn't they be racing back, though?
Unless otherwise stated by race control. Here they come off turn 2.
Up through the gears they go. Malin with the commanding lead.
Reichenbach right on his back bumper. Then it's Justice. Then it's Powell. And then Torres. All extremely good restrictor plate racers who can outmaneuver the others. As they come off turn 4, they're back up to full song as they come off the corner. Dicing in the back of the field. Everybody single file. 3 laps to go at Talladega. This time by at the line. Reichenbach looks to the outside. Doesn't have a lot of help. Cuts to the bottom. Malin's able to cover it all as Friesen slides out of the pack and hangs onto it.
What a save.
Powell moves up to the outside. He doesn't have a lot of help. He has a little bit of daylight behind him with Harrington. Now he pulls back in line up off the corner.
Someone's got to make a move. Justice
to the outside, but he's got no help. He's going to fall through the pack. Powell and Cole jump out. And it doesn't look like they're willing to work together.
There's going to be some tempers after this race with people wanting to go and not wanting to go, and a whole lot of miscommunication.
And now Powell's going to get split 3 wide. He's not going to be happy with Cole. 2 laps to go.
Oh,
Powell sends it all the way up to the wall. Any chance he has is all but gone as he cuts hard to the bottom.
2 laps to go here at Talladega. Can Malin hold on to the lead?
Justice loses his 3rd spot. Now move Christian Torres into the picture. Here they come off turn 2.
Oh,
Reichenbach to the top. Torres shoves himself to the bottom. Friesen's going to stay with him. Malin almost gets turned. Hangs onto the car.
Oh, that's unbelievable.
Bye-bye, Reichenbach. Move Malin out in front. Off of turn 4.
They'll see the white flag. Remember the
Friesen looks to the bottom. Torres can't block it. Now he can. Harrington in 4th. Lemke in 5th. White flag in the wind. 1 more lap to go at Talladega.
And it's a long way back to the start-finish line, so there'll be a lot of chance for moves.
Any caution and they would race back as Powell slides it around in the back of the field. The top 6 all single file. Off turn 2.
It's Malin's race to lose. Here comes Lemke. Torres steps out.
Torres to the top.
He's got it made. He has no cars on the bottom, Malin has.
4 cars for Malin. Not a lot of help for Torres. Here they come off the corner. Oh, Lemke slides out of line, and any help that Torres had is now gone. Here they come. It's a free-for-all coming to the finish.
Here comes Malin. He can block him, but watch out for Harrington.
Friesen goes to the top. It's not enough. Contact up and over goes Lemke, and Tyler Malin is going to win. They crash again. Harrington gets turned. The caution's out. The big one at the start-finish line. Reichenbach slams the outside wall. Another car hard into the wall. It's David Alvarez. He's upside down. Justice in the wall. Probst in the wall.
What a way to end this race. That's
Seth Cole involved. And Tyler Malin gets the job done. Nobody else could set him up. And he wins what could be the final NCCS race. In dramatic fashion. Let's go back and look at the crash coming through the tri-oval to the checkered flag. The caution is out, technically speaking. And it looks like Lemke just gets turned by Probst, who comes back up and absolutely destroys Travis Rallone. And then Seth Cole gets hit by Alvarez, who comes up off the apron, who turns Friesen into Harrington. Harrington gets second, Friesen
Backwards.
third. I believe Alvarez will get fourth, Cole fifth, Reichenbach sixth at the line. And then it's Torres. No, they're going to give fourth place to Seth Cole. Alvarez will be fifth. Reichenbach, Torres, Edwin Justice, Powell ninth, Fay 10th, Lemke, Rolone, and Probst all failed to finish. One lap down. Evans and Gardner retired earlier on here in this one. Tyler Mallon doing his burnouts here on the front straightaway, as are some others, as they know that this could be the last NCCS race that we have.
Hopefully fans start throwing beer cans at him, a la Jeff Gordon.
A remarkable race nonetheless here at Talladega. He comes to a stop, does a couple more burnouts in the smoke.
And him and Alvarez doing burnouts together. That's an image.
Waiting for Mallon to finish as he almost catches the wall. He does not hit the wall. How? How on earth?
That's the most excited I've seen you get for burnouts.
Well, he almost destroyed that car. And now he'll bring it back to victory lane.
If he can even find it. If there even is a victory lane
I would
here.
think he would be able to. And then we will bring in our race winner as he makes his way to the garage, makes the hard right turn.
He's lost. He doesn't know where to go.
And hopefully,
Oh, what a monster. He just drove through all those fans.
potentially, he has found victory lane.
Oh, they even did victory lane. There's
Got Mikey all over it. The Aaron's 125 goes to Tyler Mallon. He parks it in victory lane, and now is the time to bring him in, hopefully. Gotta do a little bit of scrolling and throw him in standby, and here we go. Tyler, congratulations. What could be the final race for NCCS? You get the job done. Take us through those last couple of laps.
Oh god, that was terrifying. There were a lot of huge bumps. They kept getting pretty big runs, and then sorry. Excuse me, sorry. Everyone kept getting pretty big runs, and it would cause some checkups almost, and some stack ups. You saw that a couple times throughout the race, where the the field would just stack up, and just a big wreck happened. But that would I'm sorry, my throat is killing me right now. So, I'm honestly, it's all thanks to Carter. If he hadn't kind of pushed me there, I don't think I would have been able to get it done. So, big thanks to him. It was a good race. It was a very good race. Just wish we could have. Wish this wasn't the last race.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for coming up and joining us here after yet another win. Tyler Mallon gets the job done. He is your winner here at Talladega. Thank you, Tyler.
Thanks.
And that will just about do it. Looking in the standby channel, nobody else wanting to come up for an interview. So, Kiani, final thoughts here from Talladega.
Well, it was exciting in the first half, but boring in the second half. Man, I just don't see why no one just stepped out and made a move within the last 3 laps. That was just shameful. But it was a pretty good race overall, in my opinion.
Definitely a fantastic one to end on, and we want to thank Sean for letting us call yet another race. Off the top of my head, I'm not sure when the next broadcast will be, but it'll be soon enough. So for all of you watching, thank you so much for watching. This has been an official presentation of the Online Racing Network, ORN. And Tyler Mallon gets the job done here at NCCS, the final race of NCCS on R&R, and we will see you in the upcoming days with yet another fantastic race. From all of us here, Nathan Kiani, Jimmy Powell, and the rest, I'm Jacob Hitz. So long from Talladega. We'll see you next time.